Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I just wanted to make a short video, kind of an update from yesterday's video. And so there's just a few little updates that I just wanted to share because I've been getting questions about, we broke the $3,000 support level. So now we're about 29.18. So let's jump in. So today I just wanted to make a short update, kind of create a video about what's happening this week because we had a few key support areas and we were really optimistic that Ethereum was trading just above 3,000, went up to 3,100. And right now on Monday, Tuesday, we kind of saw this decline below 3,000. Now we're just slightly under at about 2,900. So let's just jump in. And so if we kind of just draw kind of the same kind of trajectory as we had from the previous video, the long term, the macro support bands. So if we just draw the same model of what we had in our last video, we can kind of see here that Ethereum is obviously kind of below this support. So we had this support at around 3,030, just above $3,000. And now as we know, we've been kind of trickling down slightly. Right now the current price for Ethereum is about 2,900. And so I got a lot of questions and a lot of kind of concerns, and a lot of people are just wondering what may happen from this point. So to do this is what I kind of wanted to do for this video, is just to follow up what we actually talked about in the last video. So we're still in this kind of ascent, the long-term trajectory from January of this year, where everything kind of just broke out with Ethereum, and we kind of continued with this general ascent. Obviously, we've had these crazy pumps, huge dumps, and we've kind of trickled down, and then again we had this massive pump in July, end of July, August, up to the first week of September. So if we just take a look at what's happening here, so let's just do a little bit of a kind of a brush. What's happening at this point, and we talked about this in the last video. This is kind of a key moment because we kind of broke the support. So here at this point, we broke the resistance, and what happened after we broke the resistance? Well, we kind of stayed there for a few days, but eventually it just kind of tumbled down. We had a flash crash, as you can see here. Yeah, September 20th, we had another kind of crash. This was with some negative news that came out from China. We're all familiar with that. But then Ethereum and crypto in general, the entire market hasn't really regained strength to kind of go back into this kind of blue support area for the long-term trajectory. But what can actually happen from here is we can actually take a look back to the last time this happened. So when we can ask ourselves, when's the last time that we actually broke this support? So if we just look at this point here, this was in about, this was June 20th, June 19th, around this point, we had a similar kind of pattern. So we had this crazy run, then we crashed, and then it traded between the kind of the supports, kind of the resistance, and then the support level here, as you can see on the screen. But then eventually it still trickled down. And so I personally think we are kind of in this area right now for Ethereum, also for Bitcoin. We could maybe take a look at some other graphs that's in another video, but this is primarily about Ethereum. And so what I think might actually happen, and where we actually are, is in this general area. So if we just circle this, I think we're entering this kind of region. Okay, and if we could just draw a projection, so if we just draw candles for what actually happened here. So we're just going to generate a bar pattern. Let's actually draw the bars. What we'll do is we'll draw the bars from this point here. We'll just go from this kind of low point up to around there. So this is what we have, right? So we have this kind of general pattern from last time we actually broke the support. So if we just move this over now, we can nudge this over, and so if we just look at the general trajectory, we're hovering at about 2,900, 2,930. So what may actually happen is this week we may actually see this kind of slight ascent, right? We will make a slight recovery. We could make a slight recovery. We don't actually know yet. So we might go up a little bit back into this kind of blue support area, into the kind of breaking the resistance. So this was the support, and now it's kind of functioning as the resistance. So that's kind of the key aspect here. This was the support, and now it's the resistance. So hopefully it'll go past this point. And what might actually happen is, we don't really know, but this is the kind of pattern that we may expect. So this is not too bad. So maybe within, let's take a look at the date and time range. So if we just kind of go take a look at our general trajectory, it might be about 45 days before we're kind of really made a solid recovery. So that's like a month and a half or so. Another scenario, so this is kind of not such an optimistic scenario, but let's actually take a look at what also may happen. And this may actually be the case. We may actually see a $2,500, $2,400 Ethereum in the coming weeks. So this is the point where it broke the support, and then this is where it actually regained its strength. So if we just move this, not that, if we just nudge this down to where it actually, went below and actually closed below the support. And if we do the same exact thing here, so more or less, we can maybe place it actually here, this kind of just in a similar fashion. So in this case, and so, don't freak out. This is absolutely normal. This can actually happen, and it would be absolutely normal for Ethereum to do this. Right now we're hovering at about, 2950, 2930. So this is absolutely perfectly fine. The previous example that we took a look at kind of made a projection that we'll make a recovery kind of going in the blue support. But in this case, if we actually kind of align this pattern and make some sort of projection of what could also happen with the price, worst case scenario, more or less, hopefully that'll be worst case scenario, is if you just align this pretty much anywhere where it's below kind of the line, below the support level, we can see that Ethereum can still go down to 2,500. And so hopefully, this may happen, this may not happen. We hope it doesn't happen, but if it does, that's it's an opportunity for putting in trades, obviously, if you can kind of predict these kinds of things. I just wanted to show this to you guys because, there's several things that can happen from this point. And it's kind of an interesting key level for Ethereum is because we're hovering around 3,000, right? So it's a psychological level, and we went below the support here. So we clearly went below the support. So Ethereum's losing a little bit of energy, and now we're trading below. So what happens when we're trading below? It's going to stay below for a little bit. It's going to kind of, it may fall down to 2,500, but it will make a recovery coming closer up to maybe 30, 32, 50, 3,300 or so. After that, we may see it trickle down again, down to this like 2,500 level. So October could look something like this. What else can we take a look at? So now if we make a projection for the same bar pattern at this point to about, the new all-time high. So let's actually place this in here. We're gonna just drag this in, and let's see what may actually happen. So we could just put this here more or less, a little bit of a tricky place to put, but more or less this is what we may expect, right? So, and the only reason we're doing this is because this is the first time we broke. Remember, this is the first time we actually went below the support, kind of the long-term support. And so this is the kind of the pattern that I'm seeing. We're kind of getting this shape here. We're gonna probably make a W shape. It's gonna slightly recover, touch this area here, then go slightly down, and then we will probably see another, kind of another ascent. And hopefully this time we will actually go back into this general region. Let's see actually if I can extend these lines. Give me 1 second. If we extend these lines, yeah, let's just leave it around this. So we probably won't go back to the $4,000 region until like November, early November, second week of November. You can see here we have like November 7th, more or less. And to be honest, we probably won't make new all-time highs until like December, it seems. So if you just kind of look at this point here, that's like a $5,000 Ethereum at this point. And this is just a projection, of course. No one really knows how these things are going to play out. But as you can see, if we use the same kind of model, same kind of pattern for what happened previously when we broke the support, and then how long did it take for us to actually, go back into the support band here, and then how long did it take us to actually break through it. So if we just measured, essentially the time and date range from this point, kind of from today, go back from today, we have about, well, there you go, like 65 days or so. So that's like early December, sometime at the end of November. Hopefully we will be back.
I'll be back
Into the support. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. So this is perfectly fine what's happening with Ethereum, and I hope, we all hope that we will make a recovery from this point. This is just a small update video and kind of just a follow-up on the previous video from yesterday. It was filmed on Sunday, I think, published on Monday, but we're more or less in the same kind of price region. So anything can happen from this point. I just wanted to do this follow-up because, below, and I got a lot of questions, and people are wondering, what may actually happen. And so I just wanted to make this video as a follow-up from the previous, from the previous kind of analysis, and show you guys what we may kind of expect in the coming weeks. So if you guys like the content, please subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos, any new notifications or updates, and I'll see you next time.